Well, my name is Dewey Nago, and this is my 2012 Volkswagen Scirocco R. Well, this is actually my second Scirocco. So I had one, I bought one brand new back in 2012. A friend also bought one at the same time, and we got to know each other a bit more, and we modded our cars in different ways. Eventually I had to sell mine because I was starting a business. I sold my business after a few months and slowly came back to the cars. And after a few years and a few different trials of different Volkswagens, Golf Rs, Mark 7 GTIs, Subarus, I went back to this one, which was actually my friend's car. He had spent a lot of money on it, and I thought, wow, this is a great opportunity to get back into a car that I regrettably sold and really wanted one again. So that's what you see here. So it's a Stage 2 Plus, so it's got the fuel pump upgraded, it's got intercooler, intake, exhaust, got the aquapovic exhaust system, mostly APR stuff, so the APR dump pipe, midsection, and yeah, aquapovic muffler. It's got the KWDC coilovers, the HRE wheels with Alcon big brake kit. It's tuned by RD Technique, Stage 2 with DSG as well. So it's putting out about, on the last dyno, we're at 207 at the wheel, so we're expecting a little bit more from a happier dyno, but haven't had the chance to put it on yet. So the reason why I like it so much is just it's the style. It's different. You don't see that many on the road. I mean, when you start modifying, it really has a presence. People walk up to it and say, wow, this Golf is really wide. It's not a Golf, it's a Scirocco, and yeah, just the rear section is just the hips are really wide, and it's really nice even from the rear view mirrors seeing those hips. It's almost like driving a Porsche. I've driven a Porsche before, and it's the same thing as the hips on the side, and it's really wide. People say, don't you like the all-wheel drive? I'm like, well, I had a Golf R Mark 6, and while it was very fast and quite a spirited drive, it didn't have the chuckability of this one. This one, it changes direction really well, especially with the upgraded diff on this one, the Quaife diff. It stops and accelerates through corners a lot better than one would imagine a front-wheel drive would. So from the first time I drove the first Scirocco, I knew that this is going to be one of my favourite cars. A Golf GTI, well, yeah, it's still a good car. It doesn't have this X factor of the Scirocco. I've lowered it since I've got it, just for the car show aspect, so it is sitting a bit low at the moment. But he had lowered it with the coilovers for a good spec as well. Like it wasn't too low that it was crap, but yeah, it handles really well. I mean, he's obviously spent the money on the function, so the Quaife diff and the big brake kits, that's not for looks, that's for purpose. It doesn't have that much in terms of body kits or anything like that. I spent a little bit just on the rear diffuser just to finish off the back a little bit, but other than that, it's pretty standard. It can be a good daily. Standard is good daily. I had one and it was very comfortable. It can drive to Melbourne on one tank, but as it is now, probably more fit as a track car. It's low and it's hard and it's a bit loud. Not as loud as some. For someone who's looking at a Scirocco in general, yeah, I mean, if you can cope with the two doors and you like something that's a bit different to a Golf GTI or a Golf R, then this is definitely the way to go. And it's going to be a bit rarer too, I think, because they haven't upgraded the shape or renewed the shape, so it could be a future classic, like the old Mark 1 and 2 Sciroccos are. Might be worth something, because it was going to be a car that I was going to keep for a bit longer than I thought, but having a family, it does have its drawbacks. I need a second car that's a bit more practical. I mean, the wife can drive this car, but the wheels are a bit special to me, and if she scratches one, it's gonna be a painful fix. So it's better to just let it go for now again, like I did with the first one, and maybe revisit later on. I guess the only thing with this car that was missing was the crackle and pop. I mean, it does have the DSG farts, but a little RD Technique tune fixed that problem completely. So it does a little bit of a pop on the overrun, which was missing before when I had my first one. So this one is almost the complete package, I think. Like if you were to look at a stock one, you probably wouldn't be as impressed. They're nice and everything, but I think this one, just everything put together, I think it's just perfect. All it needs is maybe a little bit of a side skirt, maybe a bigger spoiler on the back. But that's all cosmetic. I think drivability is just perfect, and I love driving it. I mean, even just before this interview, had a bit of time, went for a boost, and yeah, I was like, questioning the reason why I'm selling it again. Yeah, nah, it's just a great car.